This is a Hot Pie Original.
You know, you don't have to be a political nerd to appreciate the contest. And I guess that's the best way we can put it. The contest that is playing out in front of us. Let me set it up for you in case you don't follow it, because I think you should start following it. The governor of Florida and the Texas governor, Greg Abbott, are in if you want to have a multiple choice quiz, they're in an interesting race. Take your pick. A, it's a terrifying game of chasing Trump voters. B, a pathetic game of chasing Trump voters. C, a brilliant game of chasing Trump voters. Or D, all of the above. Of course, the answer is all of the above. So it's as if this came to me about 15 seconds ago. It really is as if some intern has a chart, and I don't know if he or she goes into the governor's office of Florida or Mr. Electricity, Greg Abbott, and goes into Greg Abbott's office every day or every other day or twice a week and takes out this chart. And I really kind of envision this chart, and I think you should play along at home with this chart. If you're bored and you want to create a meme, then go ahead and do it. It's my idea, but you go ahead and do it. And so this chart that the intern brings in has like little MAGA hats. You know how with your kids, this is what I do. So on the refrigerator, you put up little stars, or in the case of one of my kids, little lightsabers, just cute little things that are incentives for them to do it. And so they look on the refrigerator and say, oh, wow, I got 5 lightsabers this week. I get whatever the treat is, right? And I think that's what these two do with little MAGA hat stickers. So they have their own equivalent to what you do or your kid's teacher does with their little rewards. And in their case, they get MAGA hat stickers. They can be magnetic. You can put them up on the wall, however you want to use your MAGA hat stickers. So this intern comes into the office every day, maybe every day. At this point, maybe it's every day. And he or she says, okay, governor. And she takes this little board out and says, you got 5, you got 2, whatever the number of MAGA hat stickers. And then she shows them, well, but the Florida governor, he got 3. So we got to come up with some stuff to get some more MAGA hat stickers. So that's what they're doing. It is a race, not just for Fox News mentions. You win the points by getting MAGA hat stickers. One of my kids gets so excited with the lightsaber stickers. I guess Greg Abbott gets really excited when he sees, oh my gosh, I got 5 MAGA hat stickers this week. So play along, because that's what they're doing. And it is pathetic. It is, I guess, politically brilliant. But it is exactly what is happening right now. So play along yourself. Get out your Fox News clickbait scorecard and your little magnetic MAGA hats, because these two are going at it. It is an amazing battle between these two for these little MAGA hat stickers. I think one of them just won, but we'll see. So both of these Fox News stars are scoring points. And these points are with Fox News mentions. Both have received just this week alone praise from their dear leader, Vlad Trump. But who has the most MAGA hat stickers for the week? Well, the Florida governor, that's Ron DeSantis, he got off to an early start this week with MAGA hat stickers because he really got to do a few big things. One, he got to, quote, outlaw critical race theory. That's mostly a made-up thing. And then he got 2 MAGA hat stickers, I say, because he got to mandate and create a law. Remember, the battle is how many laws can each one of these guys make? No matter what kind of chaos is going on in their state, electric grids, blah, 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 stuff like that. It doesn't matter. Nothing else matters but the race for MAGA hat stickers. And the Florida governor, wow, what a week he had. Team Abbott. You're on the clock because Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a new law. Blah, 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 Constitution. Forget that stuff. A new law mandating that public schools have a daily moment of silence. Oh, that's a sticker. It requires teachers to set aside at least 1 minute each day in the first period of school for a moment of silence. Local control, blah, blah, blah. Nothing else matters to these men and their team except getting MAGA hat stickers. And you got to admit, that's at least 2 MAGA hat stickers. And get this. So he gets to mandate a law on school prayer. A moment of silence. Mandate it. Gets to make some more laws. And then he gets at least, I would say, I don't know about you, but he gets at least 1/2 of a MAGA hat sticker. I put it up there for the governor. Like she takes out that board and says, Governor, and you got a 1/2 a MAGA hat sticker for this, because he then gets to sign the bill or chooses to sign the law at a Jewish community center, standing next to a sign that reads, Protect religious liberty. Because it's unprotected right now. You didn't know that, did you? You didn't know that somebody was coming into your church and making the minister marry 2 guys. You didn't know that, did you? Religious liberty is a real thing. So he gets multiple MAGA hat stars this week. So how is Greg Abbott going to answer to that, even though we're having power grid issues already in the state of Texas? But blah, 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 blah. Stuff doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So then Greg Abbott, and what a week. I don't know how many MAGA hat stickers you want to give him, but he's had quite the week. The pressure was on when the Florida governor is making up laws and prayer and school. A moment of silence in school and religious liberty. I mean, he gets to say a lot of good stuff. He gets to say a lot of those buzzwords, and then he gets MAGA hat stickers. So what's Greg Abbott going to do? Because, well, power grids, blah, blah. Forget that stuff. Greg Abbott, wow. I think he wins. I've given him at least 4 MAGA hat stickers this week. Mr. Electricity, Greg Abbott. He responded in a big way. So his interns, they get to stick up. They get to say, Governor, but you've had a really, really good week. Look at all these MAGA hat stickers. Hey, I'm here with John McClellan, the creator and founder of ATX Hot Sauce. And when I say that you started this, maybe not screwing around in your kitchen, but maybe not that far removed from screwing around in your kitchen. So talk about the creation, the process, the dream that came out of the pandemic.
It's from Austin. From Texas. There's not a lot of hot sauces out there that are actually from here. There's a few great ones too. But, Frank's and Tabasco and some of these other ones, I want something that's Texan like me. It's different. And I think that's what Texas is a little bit about. That's what Austin's about. So that flavor first without the vinegar, and then going into the heat after that, but not a blow your head off heat. If you notice, a lot of the hot sauces out there that you see are like Da Bomb or Death's Door, right? Yeah. And they're just supposed to blow your head off when you do it, when you taste it. Well, that's not the kind of hot sauce that I'm making. I'm making a hot sauce for the everyday person, for the condiment for every single day. And that's why the flavor first, heat second is so important, that you get those flavors, the nuances, whatever food that you're making.
All right, order a box now. It's atxhotsauce.com, atxhotsauce.com. So he gets to mention wall 200 times, at least. Wall 200 times. Building a wall. Wall, all the time. Never mind that it's not going to happen. Then he gets to say wall. And then on top of that, how many stickers do you give him? Because he invites the dear leader. He gets to say, I invited him. And guess what happened? The dear leader, Vlad Trump, has taken his invitation, and the two of them, this might be 10 MAGA hat stickers. The two of them together are going to be at the border. They're not going to do anything. Don't put any sort of standard to this, because there's no standard. The two of them are going to the border together. They're going to be there together. You don't get any more MAGA hat stickers than to be with the dear leader. That's it. Former President Donald Trump has announced he will be visiting the border with Texas Governor Greg Abbott on June 30. What did I tell you? MAGA hat sticker, and more. Wall and Trump. It's like game over. That's like, I mean, that's just spike the ball kind of stuff, isn't it? I mean, I can imagine the Florida governor's office right now saying they might as well just say, you win. You win. We give up. Can't beat that one. You got the dear leader to praise you. You got to say you invited the dear leader and he accepted. Trump released a statement saying he has accepted Abbott's invitation. He announced plans for the trip days after Abbott revealed his plans for Texas to restart building a border wall using private funds, which I guess maybe once we get rid of the political scorecard, which is all that matters. That's it. Maybe we should talk about that wall. Okay, so Abbott wins the week, I think. You can argue otherwise. Abbott gets at least 5 MAGA hat stickers, and I think he wins the week in a big way because he gets to say Wall and Trump, and then gets the photo op with Trump as the two of them rant. Now, about this wall, Abbott now says that he is going to use public donations to build the wall. Well, I mean, it worked out pretty well last time, didn't it? You know, people going to jail and stuff. You know, I think it's your money. And I guess this is this is better than saying I'm going to take your money, because at least he didn't say I got to find this money somewhere, although the wall could have been easily funded with legalizing weed. But forget that stuff. So least you could say, if you want to argue on behalf of Greg Abbott and say, hey, look, they're not taking the money from me. It's private money. You know what I think? I think if you're handing out money for this, which costs what? I don't know, what is $400 million for every half mile or something outrageous like that? I think you're pathetic. It's your money and you can do with it whatever you want. At the same time, I think the rest of us have a right. If you've got that kind of money, go to a children's hospital and give them the money. You're gonna throw your money at this? Really? Abbott goes on a podcast. Nope, not Jeff Ward, shockingly, and said that he would be setting up an avenue for, quote, everybody in the entire world to donate money to the Texas border wall. I will be providing a link that you can click on and go for everybody in the United States, he says, and for everybody in the entire world. Why would that? I'm sorry, you're in London and you're donating to the Texas wall for what reason again? Huh. What do you get in return? You get a little picture, like a coloring book or something? Coloring book of Del Rio. He says, of anyone in the entire world that wants to help build a border wall, there will be a place on there where they can contribute to Texas building the border wall. Do you get like your name on the side, right? When you donate to your college, you get like a brick. Do you get one of those on our border wall, like the Jeff Ward brick? And if you donate a lot of money, you get like a little section. Oh my gosh. It works. It's going to work. He's going to get MAGA hat stickers. Remember what this is about. This is about MAGA hat stickers. It's not happening. It's not happening. By the way, does anyone ever bring up, and I know nothing of substance matters, okay? This is all optics, but does anyone ever bring up to the governor, does anyone hosting this podcast, you jackass, do you ever bring up, hey buddy, you've been governor for 6 years. Why this? Why now? You know how many different times, and I know this doesn't matter either, but let me educate the rest of the world that's going to donate, you punk. Donate that money to something worthwhile. Somebody needs that money. Some kid is sick. Some dog is in a shelter. Do something else. But does anyone ever think there are at least 3 separate times the governor of Texas trying to look like he's Clint Eastwood in that obligatory helicopter shot, going over the border saying, we're going to fix this. You do know that happens often in this state, that somebody, including Greg Abbott and everybody else, campaigns on the idea that I'm going to fix this. Well, if you were going to fix this, why isn't it fixed? I don't know how many. No, I do. It's at least 3 separate initiatives with a lot of money allocated. Guns, boats with guns. Remember that ad campaign? Bragging about the amount of money spent to fix the border. Sending the DPS there, sending the National Guard there. Over the last 15 years, it's been done countless times. And if it was so successful and if you were solving the problem, which you said you were going to, why are you taking donations to build a wall? What did you do? What exactly have you done in all these initiatives to fix it? Because almost every election cycle, the campaign looks the same. Whether it is Governor Rick Perry looking like outlaw Josie Wales in the helicopter or Greg Abbott looking like outlaw Josie Wales in the helicopter, they both have campaigned on fixing it. And why are we having to donate money to fix it if you're so good at what you do? Now, I know that's substance and I know that doesn't matter, but nobody ever bothers to bring that up. Hey, buddy, for 6 years, man, you've had a chance. Why didn't you do the voluntary border wall 6 years ago if it was such a great idea and you're going to fix it? Anybody want to take bets on how much money? Are you going to be shocked, embarrassed, saddened, or excited by the amount of money raised? I wonder how much that amount will be. I mean, it's going to take, I don't know what the math was, 400, was it 3 or 400 million? It's like at least a few $100 million for every mile or something like that. Oh, are we going to be happy if $2 billion is raised and nothing happens? Is this GoFundMe all over again? Remember the last guys that did this? Didn't quite work out so well. But nothing else matters but MAGA hat stickers for the week. And I think you can disagree. I think Greg Abbott has had it's like one of my kids. Look how many lightsabers you have in the refrigerator this week. Look at this. What a great week. Good job, buddy. It's like somebody in the governor's office has got to say at the end of this week, Governor, look at our stickers. Look at all the stickers you've accumulated this week. And best of all, at the end of June, the dear leader, Vlad Trump, gets to stand there with you and talk trash. That's almost game over like stuff.